Hello, my name is Philip Chavez, and I'm the creative director for CAI Designs. And today, walking through our digital door is Bruce Hathaway, the National Residential Sales Manager for Hubbardton Forge. Welcome.
Thanks, Philip. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. How about you, sir?
Fantastic. Loving life right now. It's good.
That's great. That's great. Well, today we're going to talk about our passion about Hubbardton Forge. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Awesome. Hubbardton Forge. We started back in 74, so we're 46 years old now.
Wow.
We employ over 200 people right here in Vermont. So from design, inspiration, and conception all the way through the final product, everything is done right here in Castleton, Vermont. It's a build-to-order company, so we do lots of customization of our pieces. We don't inventory products, so you work with your clients, you specify your finishes, your all the different capacities, the different nuances of the pieces that you want, and then we build it for you. Plus, we do custom work, so we can modify and change our pieces and things like that. So it's a long-standing tradition here in Vermont in a very small community, and we're just building magic one piece at a time every day.
Well, speaking of the magic, you've said a couple of things that really excite me about your line specifically. And something that's very different about the lighting side of things compared to furniture is that on the lighting side, sometimes there's faster lead times, and you said that you don't inventory things. Everything's made to order. So standard in the line, how long is it taking for you guys to produce product in a regular environment?
Yeah, right. Normally, as little as 2 weeks, and generally no more than 4. So we're inventorying the raw components, right? So we're waiting for you to work with your client to specify exactly what you need. And then we just build it one piece at a time. And we actually have the capacity to bring things through with an enhanced lead time, as we call it, to kind of push things in front of another for a very small upcharge if you're in a bind, if you have a special event, because there's always a lighting emergency, right? We have to have
There's always some birthday on the horizon, right?
Right. So yeah, build to order. So it's a beautiful thing though, because we have so many different options, so many different finishes. It becomes a guessing game with all the options if we tried to inventory it. So instead, we're just really good at keeping our supply chain very tight to make sure that we have those materials in inventory. You specify it, we build it and ship it, and bring you guys just amazing things that really no one else does in the industry.
That's incredibly gorgeous. And I remember when I first started with CAI Designs and experienced the first shipment of one of the pieces from your company. And it was a custom order. So this is a napkin sketch kind of company where if you could think it, your engineers can get together and say, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do.
Yeah.
And if we can't do it, let's reconfigure it to try and make it happen. Right.
So and we do that. We do a lot of upscaling, a lot of multiple pieces on one canopy. And again, we can do all of those things for using a basic design element that we do as inspiration and expand on that. Or we can just do the one-off napkin sketch.
Absolutely. And that piece that I was speaking about earlier, it was sitting on our dock. And I remember this giant crate just shows up. And literally it's a couple feet taller than me, which, by the way, guys, if you know me, it's not that difficult, but nonetheless, no judgment here. But we opened up the crate and I stood inside it with this fixture. And this thing was gargantuan.
Yeah. The entire piece was assembled here. We assembled it, we welded it, we finished it, we tested it. And I think one of the things that's different that does surprise people sometimes are the size of those cartons and crates that we ship things in. Because when you're buying from manufacturers offshore, what are they trying to do? They're trying to get as many as they possibly can into a container. So there's broken down and folded arms and all those types of things, which can be some problems, right? Because then the installation, the uncartoning, and all those types of things can take you hours to assemble the thing. And it might not have the same structural stability to it. So yeah, we ship big boxes.
Exactly. It's so cool. And they're all custom boxes as well. So that's a great add-on benefit too. Now,
Yeah.
we have seen a really, really big evolution with the company in itself. But the big thing
Right.
is that you've moved from this very almost traditional aesthetic to something that's going to be a little more applicable to a wider spectrum of people. Can you help me understand where that
Yeah.
evolution came from and what that looks like?
Yeah, if you think about it, a 46-year-old company that started in New England, so you would imagine and can kind of visualize the things that we started with, right? The hand-forged iron pieces. And we actually used to manufacture things like coat racks and fireplace tools, those types of things.
Oh, wow.
But you can now put light in places you never could before. So we can create a beautiful piece of sculpture that also lights up. But you also have to realize, and we have to realize and remember that we're not just about making lit sculpture, it also has to be functional. So we work very diligently to make sure that decorative piece that we're building and providing and creating also puts out functional light. In January of this year, we really kind of took those thoughts and said, let's continue to push the edges of the envelope a little more, working with some different materials, some different technology, which again, LED is the core of all of this. So we're now able to drive electrical power through 2 strips of leather with a power strip in the middle, those types of things that really no one else is doing. And I think we talked earlier, and I have a sample here. We talked about our rain collection, which is the first time that we're not a crystal chandelier company, right? But we love just a little bit of bling every once in a while that really highlights what we do. So now we partnered with Swarovski Crystal, and we figured out how to put an LED inside of a crystal. Are you ready?
You show me, sir.
So this is a Swarovski Crystal, and I'm going to hold it up closer to the camera. The LED is actually embedded in this little hook. There are 2 circuit boards right here. So instead of the light shining down on the crystal or from the side, it's actually the light is embedded inside. And I've got this little sample here to show how it lights up. So I know.
Bruce Hathaway, mind blown. Mind blown yet again.
So what's happening is this little sample, the fixture has low voltage running through the entire piece. So the entire fixture is energized, and the contact is made actually by these 2 circuit boards, and then the light is coming from the inside of the crystal. And then earlier we were talking about the leather, so the Derby and the Belmont collections that we introduced.
This is my collection. This
you
is
like
the
this,
collection.
Right?
I love this collection.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Go on.
So what we've done is this is a leather strap that we partnered again with a New England manufacturer. So this is all domestic, beautiful top grain leather. You'll notice the brass connectors here on the end. But what's happened is we've actually embedded a conductive strip between the 2 pieces of leather.
Okay.
So power is flowing through the piece itself. And we've got these, very cool brass pieces, very kind of rusticy looking Belmont and Derby, obviously equestrian references. But again, it's that marriage of technology and art and light all wrapped up together. But also we need to manufacture products that are functional, that people can actually use, right? Instead of, this isn't a gallery. It's a very fine balance. We think we've done a really good job of figuring that out.
I'd have to say I agree with you. There's no question about it, sir. Well, Mr. Hathaway, I want to thank you for taking a moment today to walk through our digital design door.
Thank you, my friend. It is such a pleasure to partner with all of you guys. CAI is just such a great partner and a great champion and advocate for our company, and we can't do it without you. So thank you.
We've got your back, sir. We've got your
all
back.
Right. Thank you, my friend.
All right.
We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.